Hi, I hope you've had a great week. Today we're going to be learning a little bit about a song called St. Timmy's March. And so I'm going to play the whole thing through. A march is a song that is very heavy on the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should hear kind of a march. It was created to keep people in a lineup in the army marching, right? So we want to keep people marching. We want to keep them happy so they're happy marching along. And here's how the song goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how the song goes. There's a very obvious part A, which is the part that sounds like this. And the rhythm patterns there are pretty similar all the way along. And then we have a different set of rhythm patterns, and that is part B. Okay, so about 4 lines down in the music that I put up here as a PDF for you. So that part has a familiar rhythm pattern too, and it gets repeated. The rhythm pattern gets repeated as well through part B. So let's take a look at part A first. And again, same rhythm pattern. The one thing I want to point out is that the very first note is a dotted quarter note. That means that it's going to get 1.5 beats because the dot adds on half of that note value. And so if it were on a half note, half of a half note gets 2 beats. Half of a half note is 1 beat, and so you would have a total of 3 beats. If you had a dotted whole note gets 4 beats. Half of 4 is 2, so we would add together 4 plus 2, and then we would have 6 beats, right? Our dotted quarter note only has 1 beat, so we're going to add on half of a note value to it. Okay, so we have 1.5 beats. So it's going to be just a little bit longer, followed by an 8th note. So it's always going to be 1/2. That's the rhythm. Okay, 1/2 and 1, 2, or 1/2 and 2, 3, 4. I guess 1/2 and 3, 4. So that's how it will sound. 1/2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/2. So those notes are all A string and E string. Okay. The other thing that you need to remember is when we're going to the E string notes, that second finger is going to be nice and close to finger number 1. They're going to be very close together. This is a G natural, so it has to be tight. Can't be up here. It needs to be close to finger number 1. Okay. So I'm going to play part A just on its own, the first 4 lines. Just like line 1. Just the same as line 2. Now this is our ending of part 1, which is a little different. We're going to go right to the low 2, G natural. And you'll notice that the last bar there of part A has only 3 beats. And the reason it has only 3 beats is because 1 beat of that 4 beat measure has been taken to be an upbeat for part B. And if you look at part B, we have 2 on the 5th line, 2 very short 8th notes. And that is the beat that was taken from that previous line. Okay, so part A, pretty similar. Line 1 is the same as line 3, and line 2 and 4 are very similar with the exception of the ending. Let's take a look at part B. Remember, we have that 1 upbeat, 2 8th notes there to give us that 1 beat. Low 2. Then this is the same as the first line of part B. Almost the same. And then we get into that initial rhythm pattern again where it's just like part A. This is our so that last line of part B is exactly like the last line of part A. Right? They're exactly the same. So ending 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's a lot of similarities in this song, and there's a lot of rhythm patterns that are the same. So really what you need to be careful about is making sure the low 2s are nice and low, and that our 3rd finger, even if the low 2 is low, still manages, that 3rd finger needs to manage to get to the place it's supposed to, right, your 3rd stripe. Because otherwise it's going to pull down a little bit too, and we don't want the 3rd finger to be low. We want the 3rd finger always to be as the natural, okay, on its normal spot. So have a work on this week, and we'll pick it up next time. Have a great week. Bye-bye.